Can you imagine if you hated your daughter's boyfriend so much that you would do anything to make her dump him, even though he was the father of her baby? Well, the mothers here today say their daughters' boyfriends are such liars or cheaters or bad fathers that they hope that the grandchildren never lay eyes on their daddies again. Meet Dorothy and her 19-year-old daughter, Elizabeth. Dorothy says she wants Elizabeth to dump the father of her children, 2 children. She wants her to do it so much she once actually tried to hire a hitman to have the daughter's boyfriend, whose name is Kyle, killed. Now, Kyle is not killed. Kyle is alive and well and backstage. To confront Dorothy in just a moment. Dorothy, I must ask you, your daughter's boyfriend, Kyle, is the father of 2 children, right? Would you really want the 2 grandchildren never to see their father?
Exactly. He don't take care of them. I had to go to, I went to Missouri to get them one time.
To get the children?
To get her and the children. Okay. Because he don't pay support. He's a baby. He's in and out of their lives all the time.
Pays no support for the 2 children?
No.
Have you tried to use the law to get him to pay support?
He was ordered to pay support, but what good that does?
It doesn't do any good?
No.
Do you report that he doesn't pay him?
Huh?
Do you report that he doesn't pay them?
No, he don't.
That's my choice, and I think he does.
You've made the choice that he shouldn't support them.
Well, he does whenever we're together. I mean, and I don't want to go into jail for it or anything.
Okay.
Once he support them, I'll take you to McDonald's.
They're my kids.
McDonald's.
That's their father.
They need clothes. They need diapers. They need a roof over their head.
I get it for them. It's
right,
okay.
But you're not by yourself.
Dorothy, what does Kyle do that has upset you so much? How does he react to his girlfriend and the children?
She's 19 years old. She tried to commit suicide over him when she was 15. Got pregnant, had a baby. I love my grandkids, and they're no mistake. He's the mistake.
Do they live with you?
Well, she has her apartment, but yeah, they stay with me a lot.
The children stay with you, and she stays in her own apartment?
No, she stays with me, too.
I understand you tried to kill Kyle. What happened?
Well, what he did was he was stalking her. He was calling her, cussing her, calling her all kinds of names and everything. And he cut her phone line and everything. Well, we called the police, and the police didn't get there. I chased him around the neighborhood with a knife. He crawls under a trailer, and I just get it. I don't know if I caught his leg or not, but if I could have got him, he wouldn't be here today to talk to you guys. You know, it's
now, besides not living with them, not marrying her, not paying child support, you say he's rude to you. What does he say to you?
He calls me all kinds of names, like bitches and stuff. I tell him, call me a bitch. I know I'm beautiful, intelligent, talented, charming, one hell of a woman. You know? I don't care. You don't bother me.
Dorothy, in a world of no self-esteem, I congratulate you. Now, Elizabeth, your mother's a very healthy lady. She is obviously against you being with Kyle, who's the father of your children. How does it make you feel?
It really me off because I'm 19 years old. That's my decision. That's my choice. And I'm going to do what I want to do with my life. And she can't tell me what to do.
But see, I was
Who's supporting you and the children?
I am. And my mother helps. But she doesn't have to. She does it because she wants to.
All right. Elizabeth, you told our producers that you and Kyle had some problems in the past.
We've had our problems.
What do you call a little problem?
Well, we've had big problems too, but we're trying to work and get over them. I mean, it's our relationship, it's our business. And
okay.
How many times you got to get over it?
Well, it's my life.
Yeah.
Do you want to marry Kyle?
Yes, I do.
No.
Okay, I think it's time we heard what Elizabeth's boyfriend Kyle has to say about this. Kyle, come on out. Kyle.
Hi.
You've heard what Elizabeth's...
There you go.
Okay, let me ask you about that. Why didn't you marry the lady? You have 2 children with her.
Right there.
Why haven't you married the lady?
No, that's not the reason. We're just not ready for it right now.
We're not ready to get married, but we are ready to have 2 children.
I'll tell you what, if this lady had her way, I wouldn't be sitting here right now. I'd probably be dead. I had no idea you tried to have me killed. If I know now, you wouldn't be just...
You said go get him.
I'm still waiting for an answer. Why haven't you married her?
Oh, Lord. I'll tell you what, I just I haven't got around to it. How about that?
Oh, when are you going to get around?
But I do love her and I plan on marrying her.
Oh,
it's not.
Why haven't you paid? Why haven't you?
I ain't marrying her if I got anything to do with it.
Both of you. Why haven't you paid child support?
Listen, I take care of my kids. I do the best I can. Regardless of what this person says. She don't know. Look, we've had time together alone, and she's not even around there.
Well,
no, I don't pay my child support right off.
We're together
but we're together all the time.
We're together. He takes care of his children. We have no problem. We break up sometimes.
Then, young lady, there's no problem. You move away from your mother's house, stop taking her money, and live with him.
That's right. Hey, listen. Hey, what's the problem, baby? Okay.
You explain to all of us why that's not what you're doing.
I have done that. My mom still puts her nose in my business.
That's right. Comes running from across the country.
Give me a phone call telling me,
oh, God, that's just a little argument.
Oh, yeah.
Big deal. That ain't none of your business anyway.
She goes, it is my business. I give
no, it ain't. Listen, hey, listen.
No,
you can visit your grandkids. You can do this and that, but I didn't marry you.
Okay, all of you be quiet. You still haven't answered. If you're old enough to have his children, you're old enough to marry him and have your own apartment and not take her money. Come on.
I think that your mother should mind her business, you know what I'm saying? Because you have your own life to live. She does. She has her own life to live. You lived yours. Leave her alone, let go, and let God.
She does have her own life to live, but when she brings it to me, and my grandbabies are being treated like
she's still going to go through it.
Your grandkids are being taken care of. We appreciate the help.
Your daughter's still going to go through it.
What about you jumping out of my arms at the park by both?
Okay, guys.
I didn't need to be around her. Those are my kids. Listen, just
don't let me turn my hand around.
I think that you should take the advice that your mother giving you, because I'm pretty sure you know, your mother's giving you real good advice, because he's talking to your mother like he don't even have no respect for us. I'm pretty sure he don't got too much respect for you.
For each other. She doesn't treat him good either.
I'm not going to.
You know, this gentleman had something to say. When you have trouble with him and you're dumb enough to call your mother and tell you, she calls the tune because she pays the piper.
Yeah.
That's where you made your mistake. Is that correct?
That's right.
All right. What do you think? What would you tell her?
Well, I think as long as you're living under her roof, she does have a right to say something. She has a right to call the shots.
Right. Well, that's just a short-term deal now. That's over with.
You know what I mean? Yeah, in her home because I live with her.
Just
but
stay
what
out of
I
my
do when
business
I'm
and
not
be
there
that way
is not
forever.
her business.
If you ain't got to run all the way to Missouri.
Take a slow boat to China and don't come back, and we'll all be happy.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever. I tell you what.
Yeah, I
you're a
tell
joke.
you what.
How old is he?
You are a joke.
Kyle?
I'm 25.
I suggest you get a real man.
Shit, yeah.
Not no kid.
Okay.
Yeah, do I have a job? I have several of them, yeah.
Stand up.
Part-time.
Part-time these.
Excuse me. Okay, as for him, he's a low life. To begin with, I can't. You should be smacked for letting him talk to your mother the way he did. And you put your mother into it by telling your business to her anyway. Otherwise, she would not know anything. You know? Oh, then why you come? Then you, oh, I'm gonna cry. Look at you. Oh, you.
But what is mothers for?
You know that girl?
What are mothers for?
Elizabeth,
Listen,
your mother says,
not for that.
Elizabeth, your mother says she'll disown you if you don't dump Kyle. Okay?
That's
right.
That's a bunch of because he's the father of my children. I'm going to be with him no matter what she does.
Why are you in
She's my
right now?
mother. I'm not going to disown my mother. If she wants to walk away from me and give up her love for me, that's her fault. That's
well, then why are you at her house now? How come we ain't back home?
It's my fault.
If that's the case.
Why are you? Wait a minute. Kyle has a good question. Why aren't you living with Kyle? Why are you living with your mother?
Because I don't want to go back to Missouri right now.
Oh, Missouri. Joke. That was a joke. Twice I had to go get it from Missouri.
When we go home, I'll move my stuff back to my apartment. That's where I'll be.
And take that thing?
Yeah.
Right. Till somebody comes along and wants him to go spend time with their children, not his own.
Who are you talking about?
Who do you go to the park with?
You are nothing but a mouth.
No,
you're sitting here running off
I'll give her
That's not even true.
Oh, you know better.
No,
you
I don't know better.
You get your hand away.
Well,
Elizabeth, we've solved something. When you go home, you're going home with him. You're taking your children. If you have problems with him, you are not to ask for your mother's help, and you're not to ask for money. Next, we'll meet a woman who says it's her duty as a mother to make her own daughter dump the father of the baby. She says the boyfriend has already ruined her daughter. She doesn't want to give him the chance to ruin the grandchildren. Stay with us. It's Audience Solves Problems Day on the Ye Old Sally Show. We're talking with mothers who say their greatest hope in life is for the daughters to dump the boyfriends, even though they are the fathers of the grandchildren. Now, we just spoke with Dorothy, who says that she almost paid a hitman to kill her daughter's boyfriend, Carl. A little extreme. Dorothy, when Elizabeth moves back, when she calls you, no money and no taking the grandchildren.
It's not going to be like that, Sally.
Well, let me ask her. We've asked Elizabeth, can you make that pledge too?
What, to not help with the grandkids? They're my grandbabies. I have to be there for
listen,
them.
hey, let me put it this way.
As far as her, if she's going to make the decision that he's going to walk out again.
No, I won't.
And
you don't know that.
That's what she's going to do.
You don't know that.
Be gone.
I thought we got somewhere. What do you guys think?
No.
Hands
up. Hey, until this woman stays out of my business and limits.
You listen to other people now.
I feel like she's going to end up going back with her mother because mother's only one. There's a million guys out there.
Oh,
children.
I understand.
Hey, listen.
I understand.
Listen, if my lady wells up like this,
Look at him. What's wrong with
I'll still be with her.
Don't worry about what I look like.
Shut up.
Right.
I don't worry about what you look at. I don't want my girlfriend looking that way.
I'm not going to look that way.
Let's try and solve another problem.
Herself.
I think we did 50-50 on this one. Let's go to another problem. Meet Lillian and her 16-year-old daughter, Monica. Lillian says Monica's boyfriend, Chris, is the worst thing that could have happened to her daughter. She says Chris has never done anything good in his life and probably never will. Monica's boyfriend is 17. His name is Chris. He's waiting backstage. We'll hear from him in a minute. Lillian, let me start with you. Very strong words to say about a boy who's 17, that he will not ever amount to anything. He happens to be the father of your grandson. Do you want Monica to leave the baby's father?
Oh, definitely. Definitely. I pray for that every day.
Tell me what is wrong with him.
He lives. He's living, he's breathing, and he's going to sit over there.
Well, Lillian, that's not enough to hate him. What's wrong? What does he do that is so bad?
He lies, he cheats, he steals. And apparently he got my daughter pregnant, which it did take 2 people, but she was 15 years old at the time. She was robbed of her childhood. She is still a minor. She belongs out there doing things that kids do. She didn't go to her prom last week. She stayed home with her son. She should have been there with her friends having a good time.
Do you worry that he does drugs?
Yes, I do.
Does he do drugs?
Yes, he does.
Okay.
No, he doesn't.
Okay.
He never did drugs. He has come to my house stoned out of his mind.
Okay.
Gone.
What has he stolen? You said he steals. On our show, if you say he steals, you have to mean he really steals.
He stole money out of my pocketbook from my house when my daughter was sitting with me in the living room.
Okay.
Right out of my pocketbook.
And
he steals bicycles and brings them to my house. Now, and this is 2 o'clock in the morning. My daughter and I are talking because she's pregnant. I'm up with her, supporting her. He ran away from his program. Where does Chris go?
What kind of program?
Well, a rehab.
Yeah, but it helped him.
It sure did. It showed him the way to my house. It helped him. It helped him a lot.
Lillian, does he carry a knife?
He did come to my house with the knife on my birthday. That was this long, and he was outside with my daughter. What did he want? I don't know.
Not you.
I hope not.
Lillian, you said you'd do anything to break up your daughter and Chris. What have you done to try to break them up?
I lie.
You lie?
Yeah, I lie.
How do you lie?
I don't tell him. I don't tell her when he calls, or I'll say she's busy, which now she is busy with the baby. The baby comes first, not him.
Monica, does Chris have a job?
Yes.
Oh, yes, he works at McDonald's.
He gives me money.
Okay.
$30 a week.
It's money, isn't it?
It's a lot of money. What are we going to do with $30 a week? Diapers.
Monica, do you live with your mother or do you live with Chris?
I live with my mother.
Why do you live with your mother?
Why?
Why?
Because I'm 16 years old.
Okay.
Ooh.
You heard what your mother has to say about Chris. How does it make you feel? No comment on that one. Doesn't make you feel one way or the other, right? You don't feel anything. Okay, Monica's boyfriend Chris has been waiting backstage. Let's hear what he has to say. Come on, Chris. Chris, you heard that Monica's mother, Lillian, thinks you're a bad father and she doesn't want you to have anything to do with your son. How does that make you feel?
It's not up to her. It's up to me and her.
It's my
It's
house.
our son.
No, if he's trying, she shouldn't say anything.
As long as she's living there, it's up to you. But I mean, when I want to come over, oh, I'm going out. I can't do it now. I'm busy.
I'm
What's
not
wrong with that?
rearranging my life for you, buddy.
I'm not paying you to. I want you to give me a little slap.
You don't respect you. You don't respect me or my daughter. She got pregnant. You have no respect for anybody, buddy.
I have no respect. I respect your daughter.
Oh, sure. You respect my daughter?
Yeah, I do.
When?
I don't respect her. I'm not doing things for her and my son. What, I'm not?
What is
I
it
didn't
that
think
you
so.
do?
What?
Where
Monica,
were
I can't
you
give much
when
money.
she
I don't
was
got a good job.
pregnant?
What?
9 months pregnant.
I was trying to get
he?
myself help. I had my own problems, you know?
Yeah, well, everybody does, but she had to grow up fast. What's your excuse?
Chris, where were you when she was 9 months pregnant?
Riding a bike.
She was 6 months pregnant. I went to a rehab because I had problems.
Okay.
Are the fathers playing any role in both of these families here? I think that's where the problem is.
Mothers, are your husbands playing any roles?
My husband? Definitely.
Oh,
Okay.
her dad's not in the picture.
One not in the picture, and what does your husband think about Chris? What does he think about Monica?
About Chris, my husband's very good. He supports me, but yet he doesn't get in the middle of all this.
He does
doesn't
not
want to
get in
cause
there.
any conflicts.
But doesn't it start very early? I mean, aren't we a little late on in the game? What do you say?
This is my personal opinion. Anybody can be a dad, but it takes someone special to be a father rather than a dad.
Yes.
What I have to say, I empathize and sympathize with the mothers. But if you really want them to get rid of their boyfriends, you have to let them be with their boyfriends and let them hit a bottom with their boyfriends. Let them go through all of that. And then they'll have enough.
How many bottoms?
Yeah, how many bottoms do they need to hit?
Yep.
That's average.
It's not that bad.
The answer is as long as it takes. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I like to say that I think that you women should take responsibility and you men together instead of putting it on the grandmothers and do it yourself. Don't keep running back to your mothers when you have a problem. Work things out. If y'all gonna be responsible adults, be responsible
I'm doing
adults.
what I can. I'm
and
still
take care
young.
of your children together without the grandmother's help. And stop running back. You women, you two women, stop running to your grandmothers. Stop running to the mothers and saying that y'all having problems with your boyfriend.
I don't tell her my problems.
No. Come some
I
other
don't
time.
tell her.
How old are you, Chris?
17.
When you two decided to have a baby, how old were you?
We didn't decide. It just happened.
Weren't there other options?
What?
Weren't there other options?
We didn't want an abortion.
Okay, you didn't want an abortion. What about giving the child up for an adoption?
My baby.
She's giving birth to him. Why should she have to give him away?
Baby.
Did you practice safe sex?
Yes, we did.
Did you use a condom?
Yes, we did.
Monica, are you telling the truth?
Yes, I am.
No. She carries one on a keychain. It's still there.
I rarely say to a guest, I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
Sally, I think in this case with this gentleman and his young lady and the mother should approach it in a different manner. The intent is right, but the approach should be a little, in a sense, to try to help the situation, not antagonize the situation. You know what I mean? Not fight, make the conflict.
What do you do in the case of a 15 and a 17-year-old? We can't say to them, move out.
In this situation, I would say they're children. They're like two little flowers. Let them grow and then let them reach their own reality.
And she should butt out, right? Both these ladies.
It's not a question of butting out. It's a question of if she's going to help, let her help, but not say you're bad or you're bad. Let them try to help by, okay, talk to your husband.
I don't need no more help.
Talk to your
I don't want no more help.
But her butting in, it's going to make us.
It comes from you too, Con. You got to help her too.
All right.
Is that right?
Wait. Hold. Yes. What do you do with the young couple?
I would like to know, what are your plans for the future? And how do you plan on instilling moral values with your child?
I'm going to college. I am getting a job.
So who's at home with the child?
My mother.
Your mother.
Yeah. No, I have a tutor. I watch my child all day long.
See, the question is, as long as you two are asking her to watch your child, you really have a problem. When you're old enough to have that baby and keep that baby, you got to be old enough to support that baby. It's as simple as that. They're not complicated. When we come back, we'll meet a mother who says she hates the father of her daughter's baby so much, she chased him in a car to try and run him over. She's also tried to do a few other things. Mothers who say they're at their wits' end because they want their daughters to dump the baby's father, even if it means the grandchildren will never see their daddies again. Let me go back to our last family very quickly. Don't interrupt, please. I just want to ask, Chris, are you still in a rehab center?
No.
Where are you living now?
At home.
With your parents?
Yes.
Okay. Do the two of you, if you both worked, could you get a job and live in the same place so that you wouldn't have to be beholden to Lillian for economic support? No.
No. She's only 16.
Yeah, but she's old enough to have a child and keep the child.
But she's not old enough to move out until she's 18.
With the baby, she can move out when she's 16.
No, she's not moving anywhere.
No.
But she's a parent.
Still a baby. She needs her mother. That's me.
I can't move out.
I have a grandson. He needs his grandmother and a mother. But he don't need him.
Yes, he
That's
does.
what you think. He needs me. You know, that's what you think, right?
Every baby needs a father. Chris, let me ask you, are you clean?
Yes, I'm clean.
Okay. Do you still carry a knife?
No.
Going to the mother-in-law's house with a knife, major bad mistake. She gets on television, talks about it. Next question. Do you still steal bikes?
No.
No.
He gave it up for lunch.
Where did she come up with that?
Meet Linda and her 15-year-old daughter, April. Linda says she prays every night that something bad will happen to April's boyfriend, Mark. Mark is waiting backstage. We'll hear from him in a minute. Linda, I have to ask you, it's a pretty serious thing to feel that way about another human being. Do you really feel that way?
Yes, I do.
Why?
Because, first of all, he's a waste of human flesh, okay?
What has he done wrong?
Because, first of all, he got her pregnant.
Yes.
Okay? I felt like if I was, trying to keep her from him, then it would be a good thing for her to stay away from him, because if she would have stayed away from him, she would have never got pregnant. I tried to talk to her. Oh, well, give him a chance. I give him a chance, and she turns out pregnant. There's the chance I got. Right.
Okay. What does Mark do that you would actually wish him harm?
Excuse me?
What does he do that you wish him harm?
First of all, he cheats. He lies.
Who does he cheat with?
I don't know the girl, but I have packed up all my kids, all 8 of my kids, with her to show her exactly where he is and what he's doing. He tells her, oh, no, this is my friend. I don't understand what makes her believe him. I want to know what he has.
Okay, he's cheating on her. What else?
Yes.
Is he paying child support?
No, he's not, and he refuses to.
Okay, what else?
Yes, he does.
No,
he doesn't. He doesn't pay nothing.
Mom, you know he can't work right now.
April, wherever he lays that. Excuse me. He can
All
ride
right.
a bike. He can ride a bike, and he can look for you everywhere you're at. He has people calling my house.
April, why
okay? Now, don't tell me
not
he can't work? Well, as long as he can crawl, he can work. Okay? He works. No, I won't. He worked enough to get you pregnant. That's working for him, ain't it?
Why can't
he
work?
The reason he cannot work is because he was at work and he fell off the roof. He fell all the way to the basement from the second floor.
That's right, and that's exactly when I prayed. And I prayed to God that he would die, and what the hell happened? He's going to sit right here. That's why. Yeah. I know.
All right, let's see how bad a shape he's in. Come on out, Mark. Mark, you can't work?
Nah.
Why?
I broke my hip.
Did he not just walk the hell out here? What'd he do?
What? Oh, I did not have weight on my hip, first of all.
Okay, then what was she doing on your hip?
Wait.
She get pregnant. You can't have no weight on your hip. Well, then what the hell's that?
That was weight inside
115 pregnant pounds of weight.
You know when I broke my hip in January? Pregnant last May.
Yeah, okay. I don't think so.
And a baby still.
Okay, well, wait a minute. First of all, she was 13. She just now, April, turned 15 years old.
She was 13. She wasn't even 13.
You'll be 20. Oh, that's even better.
And she's not her age. You knew my age from the beginning.
I told you on the phone. I told you on the phone.
Why?
That she had problems and she was going through counseling and all. I told you, stay back. I told you that. What do? Come under friggin' bushes and
Under
everything.
bushes?
Down the neighbors' houses, peeking out, riding
You don't
your
even know
bike,
what you're
just
talking
coming
about.
along.
You don't even know
but
what
you
you're
can't
talking
work,
about.
right?
Nope.
You can't work.
Look at you.
Yeah, look at me.
Kids.
That's right.
With
and
6
guess what?
different fathers.
And I take care of them well. I got 3 of
Look
them.
at your boyfriend.
All right.
So when she's pregnant,
I don't
thank
give
you.
a
All right, that's enough.
It's your daughter. It's your daughter. What is
All
it
right,
do for
that's
you?
enough.
What is it do
That's
for you?
enough.
That are graduating.
That's enough.
I take
Let's
care of
hold
them
on.
well,
All of
trust me.
you, quiet. I have a question. Did any of you mothers teach your daughters about birth control?
Yes, I did. She was
Okay.
supposed to be taking the pill. I cannot put it down her throat and watch it
Then
go
let's
down.
ask all of these daughters why it was such a great idea to get pregnant. Why?
Because she thought she
No,
was getting
I'm
out.
talking to the daughters. Why?
Because I love Mark and I want to spend the rest of my life with him.
Then why aren't you living with him?
Because, okay, I'll tell you what. I called my diapers worker. I called everybody. I asked my mom, can I please move in with him? She tells me no. She says, you can leave, but the baby will stay in my custody.
Excuse me. He just got evicted from his house. Where are they going to live?
I ain't getting evicted.
Okay.
I ain't getting evicted.
You ain't even got a friggin' address. Where am I going to visit her at?
I ain't got an address. You didn't tell me why I did because I want you arrested.
Okay.
You ain't even got $8 to get a friggin'
All right,
P.O. box
hold
number.
on.
And you want somebody to come over there?
I got $8.
I don't think so.
I just like to say that you're all beautiful people. I just wonder if any of the daughters were raised in a Christian home.
I was.
If we raise our children in a Christian home, then maybe we'll get the morals that the mothers want to employ onto their children. You want them to have certain morals, but you really can't get that unless you raise them in a Christian home, a good Christian home.
That has nothing to do with
No, I think being a Christian means taking responsibility.
Exactly.
Accountability and responsibility. Did either of your mothers say, if you use unprotected sex, number one, you can die, and number two, you can get pregnant. And if you get pregnant and you have a child, you are responsible financially for that child. You do what you have to do. I don't agree. If they're old enough to have a baby, they're too old to live at home.
Yeah.
That's Christian responsibility. Yes, sir.
I just wanted to say that every child needs a father, right? Because
I think
you said
so.
that, you know.
I agree.
But maybe he could get you a job at McDonald's. You can walk out here. flies with that.
Anybody can be a dad. It takes a real man to be a father. We ain't got one here. We ain't got one here.
April.
He wants to come out. He wants her to come out so bad that it even puts the baby in jeopardy because it can be
How
pouring
does
down
the baby in
rain,
jeopardy?
pouring down rain, and if she doesn't come out, he calls on the phone.
No,
She
don't
has to
call
be
you
out.
out.
He my number's unpublished. You
All
got
right.
more people calling.
All of
my
you,
house
wait.
than you do
April, how did you get pregnant?
She put weight on him that he wasn't supposed to have.
I'm talking to April. April, how'd you get pregnant?
And I can take care of every friggin' one
April,
of them.
how did you get pregnant?
I put holes in the condom.
You put holes in the condom.
Well, isn't that intelligent?
You know why? Because she thought that it was going to be
That's very adult.
the icing on
This
the cake.
young lady, you're looking for
Very
a way
adult.
out
That's
of your
right.
home.
That's what it
of
is.
Whatever's bothering you.
Absolutely correct.
That's what it is.
We'll be right back.
You are the five. Get off my stage.
Please meet Joanne and her 16-year-old daughter, Christy. Joanne says she moved 150 miles to keep Christy away from the father of Christy's baby. Joanne, isn't that a bit drastic, moving 150 miles to
No, I think I
Christy?
should have left the country. 150 miles wasn't enough.
What does he do that's so bad?
I think you should ask me what he does that's so good. I mean, there's nothing at all he does that's...
Well,
he does nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
Nothing.
I'm sitting here listening to this. I'm very appalled.
Are you?
He certainly can deliver newspapers. I'm sure everyone... I want everyone to have a father.
Right.
Every child deserves a mother and a father.
I agree.
Let him be a father. She has 8 children. It's very bad to have 8 children. That's why her daughter put holes in a condom.
Right.
My daughter was raised in a Christian house. Bible studies. There was no one more spiritual than her.
Then what happened?
Oh, she loves this fella. He's
Things
terrific.
happen.
He's one. Things happen. Yes, they
happen.
do. And I'll stand behind her 100%. I will not stand behind him. She
Christy,
supports her baby.
How do
He
you
doesn't.
feel? Your mother's saying some pretty strong things about your boyfriend.
There's no jobs out there. He can't get a job.
Deliver news,
Where he lives. There are no jobs where he lives.
How many people in our audience have a job?
I got a job.
Ask Christy how he pays for his time.
Okay. Please welcome back to the show parenting expert and author of Don't Stop Loving Me, Dr. Ann Karam. Thank you very much for being with us. Now, Ann, let's go to it. Are the mothers right in taking the approach about being negative about their children's boyfriend? I, frankly, no matter what my daughters brought home, always said, oh, he's fine. He's wonderful. He's fine. Secretly, I would go in the bedroom and go, "Ah." But I never let them know one thing about what I thought. Not a word.
And you were wise in many ways, because the minute these women get their daughters on the defensive, the minute they start bad-mouthing the boyfriend, the daughters get on the defensive. They defend the boyfriend as much as they can. And it does no good. I mean, you can all look at yourselves. You know that you're bad-mouthing your daughter's boyfriends, the fathers of their children. It hasn't done a bit of good. It hasn't helped the relationship.
Not a bit.
It hasn't. What it hasn't done, it hasn't reformed the fathers, and it hasn't changed the daughter's attitude.
What about
so I
the
think you have to
daughters?
look at it and say, let's
And
step back a minute. Let's
the
look at-
daughters are
take-
caught in the middle, aren't they?
The daughters are caught in the middle. I've never seen women who have sat between two feuding people before and been overlooked completely.
Overlooked
And they're
completely.
supposedly the center of each one of these person's attention is the daughter.
Right.
But I think if the mother...
Is it their background and upbringing? How does a mother have a daughter who just goes and has a baby, doesn't use protected sex, and doesn't have to assume the responsibility of the child?
I'd like to say
where's the
I'd like
breakdown?
to say there's a one-word answer, but there's not.
What
Because
is- what is
a
the
very
problem?
complex. It's everything that's contributing to society, encouraging girls to get pregnant at an early age.
With
I mean,
that,
from
because
12
they don't have to take responsibility for the child.
Oh, they absolutely have to take responsibility.
But
and
they
these
don't.
young men have
Yes,
taken
we do.
responsibility. They're admitted to their fathers, and I think that's quite to their credit. They have stood up and said,
Right, we're
these
not
are my,
gone somewhere.
These
Right.
are my babies, and I want to help my babies. They are all young, except Kyle, who's 25. The others are quite young.
No fart.
Help them by doing what? Just being there.
What should...
Yes, they help the child by being there. The problem is if the mother stepped out of the situation, mothers for a while.
Then they have 8 more kids without nobody providing.
If you stepped out of this situation, the daughter
until she got pregnant.
The daughter
would step in.
The daughter would appreciate the boyfriend for who he is, and he might find out.
He's nobody. So what are you going to appreciate? Nothing.
Let her realize that.
Yes, I know you. Yes, I do. Don't tell me. I don't care if I have 25 kids, okay? I'm still providing for them. They're going to graduate.
And you said I don't find my daughter nothing or buy no diapers or give her any kind of money for my.
Where were you when she was going to the doctors? I took her to all her prenatal visits.
Probably running
you took her to one.
He's probably
you took her to one.
No,
you took her to one.
She always told me my mom said that I wasn't.
You took her to one.
Let's take a break. We'll be right back.
Getting her medicated.
I guess we're asking for some shorthand advice. The mothers should back off, and the daughters then find out whether the guy is a good guy or not a good guy on their own, and they make their own decision.
What I see here is a relationship between the mother and the boyfriend.
Okay, not the mother.
That is the relationship that's going on here, and the daughter is
all
just
we're trying to do is
squeezed
save their lives.
So
what does a 15-year-old do who has to have her mother take care of her baby? What does she do? How does she?
She first of all says, recognize me. I don't want any more arguments between the two of you in front of me. No more bad-mouthing. If my mother and my boyfriend bad-mouth each other, I'm taking time out. I'm walking out of the room. I'm not going to participate. If you respect me, you stop criticizing each other.
So the daughters take a very...
Think about the baby, not about yourselves,
the
not
mothers
about
take
each other.
The young mothers take a very positive stand, saying,
Yes.
I will not listen to you bad-mouthing each other again, ever. Okay.
I think that they should go through counseling or something, because I think that the guys, the fathers, are going to stay in the child's lives. So what they should do is go through counseling and work things out.
We already do.
Do you? Okay. Yes.
They're not. See, you guys are.
I'm Christopher's brother,
And you're her problem.
I've heard a lot of things said about him from Monica's mother right now. My brother did go for help because he did have problems, but he did go for help, and right now he's doing what he can. The baby has just been born, okay, and he's doing what he can.
The baby's innocent, though. He doesn't need that. He needs things now.
And he's giving it to him
all
now.
the things he's done in the past.
He is giving him things now. He just came out of rehab. He just came out of rehab, went out, got a job.
But he
what do you
shouldn't have been there.
expect from him? He was in rehab trying to help so that he could be a better
Well,
father.
he should have
Ann,
been
can
there
you
with
help
me.
with that
He
family?
Yes, please be quiet. Just listen.
Yes, just listen to her.
Because mothers, you just have to take a step back and listen to what your daughter is saying. Listen to what the brother of Chris is saying. Just let it sink in, because I'm sympathetic with the fact all of us who've been mothers at times don't like our daughters' boyfriends. There's no question there's not a mother that has not experienced something not as serious because they didn't have babies. But it never works to just badmouth and criticize.
Never.
So we just let them run our lives. Yeah.
All right, so what do the mothers, and what do the mothers do? What do the mothers do?
The mothers button up their lips.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Keep loving your child, loving your daughter.
Okay.
Stand up. You have to love your daughter.
I would like
your daughter
to say
and
that
love your grandchild. That's
why
the
we're
important.
here.
That's the important.
This young lady has the floor.
And forget
I
about
would like
the
to
boyfriend.
say that my boyfriend is a father-to-be, and if he treats me like these guys treat these girls, he's out the door.
All right. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
But she found that out without
You are the five. Get off my stage.
And the mothers button up their lips. 2, the daughters say, if anyone says anything negative in front of me, I'm sailing. What do the young men do to get respect?
I want to comment on that what the young woman said here, that she, if her boyfriend disrespected her the way she thinks these men disrespect their girlfriends, she'd walk out. Her mother didn't tell her that. She found that out herself by living with this guy and knowing it. Her mother didn't tell her. The boyfriends have to really decide how important this child is to them. If this child is really important, they are going to respect the mothers and the grandmothers.
And both my children were planned pregnancies.
Because
you can ask my
they
girlfriend.
know. And also, Kyle, you have to get married first. Kyle, you have to learn to listen.
But I work. I got to have my.
Kyle, because you have to respect the grandmother of the baby also, because that grandmother is going to be a presence in your life all the time.
Oh, I know.
So therefore, if both of you sort of say, we're stepping back, we're letting the daughter, your girlfriend, really shine for a while. I mean, she's the mother, 2-month-old baby. This is the time of her life she should be supported fully by quiet mothers and by loving boyfriends.
Kyle, Chris, you guys on the stage. The first one, you said the babies were playing. Yes. Sweetheart, the first time may or may not be a mistake. The second time, you know what you was doing. You haven't said I do yet, so you should plan that one, okay? That's right. The rest of them, I don't mean to read you your rights, but you need to know that somebody got to tell you, so I think that's me right now. Okay, you guys are old enough to know what you're doing. And you, lady, you have an attitude. If you talk to me and I was your mother, I'd smack the hell out of you. Lord, forgive me, but I would, okay? If you stole bicycles and you brought the bicycles to her house, you disrespected her home, okay? And if you women, all you see in these men is just 3 legs, something's wrong, child.
No,
get it? Excuse me, don't tell me no. You got a baby, so it didn't take 1, it took 2. Hello, did it?
Hello.
Oh, sweetheart, if you're gonna be that grown, move out and pay rent, okay?
You move out and pay rent.
I'm grown.
I'll do what I want.
Excuse me. As long as your mother let you, you should, but you should cut it off right there. Put her butt out.
Okay. Go ahead, sir. Quick. Go ahead.
What I wanted to say was.
Don't get me into this.
Go ahead, quick.
What I wanted to say was, if you wanted the responsibility of a parent, then you should get your asses out and get your life together and get your own house and support your own kids.
Yes, sir. Quickly.
I think that girl says she wants to go to college and that her mother's paying everything.
No, I'm gonna work. Don't.
You should show some respect to her.
Don't even go there, no. I show her respect. I'm not disrespecting her. What? No. I respect my mother.
We'll be right back. Concerned, all 3 in each case are guilty. But the most guilty are the young girls. They want to eat their cake, live with their mother, be little girls, be supported, have mother babysit, and also have the guy. It doesn't work that way. See you next time.